Facebook's Q2 results have come out and they're surprisingly good, despite Apple's app tracking transparency launching. People had been expecting a bit of an effect on Facebook's revenues of not being able to use the identifier for advertisers anymore. But this doesn't seem to have had an effect yet.
The chances are it will do. I'm guessing that Q3 is going to be the really interesting phase.
Yeah, exactly. App tracking transparency didn't even come out till iOS 14.5, which we didn't even see till the end of Q2 anyway. So where we're going to see the real results, where users are actually going to start to see an impact, because the messages to ask people if they wanted to be tracked or not weren't even coming up until very, very recently. That's all going to start impacting in September. The other interesting thing we're going to see in September is iOS 15 at the end of September, which is going to bring even more privacy protections in. That's going to really, really hammer Facebook. It's going to be very interesting to see their Q3 and Q4 this year.
And so it's interesting, isn't it? Because I guess, looking at the results and the announcements and stuff and the analysis that went with it, clearly, Facebook's gearing itself up for this is only going to get worse. And the question that we don't know yet is what Facebook's going to do about it. There's been a lot of talk about where Facebook takes its business over the next few years, but the entire privacy context, what Apple's doing and others obviously having to follow suit, Facebook needs a rethink, doesn't it?
And not just Facebook either. Facebook is one of the worst privacy offenders, as we often talk about on this show, but then we've also got people like Google that are doing very, very similar thing. So everybody is kind of being pushed to change the model. Whether that model will change in a way that isn't privacy infringing is going to be, the interesting thing to see. And we can only hope that things are going to become better for us.